Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm happy to be here with Ben from Burton Snowboards, and he will present the new splitboard line of Burton. And yeah, the first thing is about the best use case of the boards. And Ben, just go for it.
Yeah, thanks, Patrick. Thanks for taking me on the spot here. So first of all, for those of you who don't know, we have a family tree collection, which is our free ride collection that we have in boards. We have a full range, and out of this range now, we have 3 split boards. And with all the family tree boards, it's all made for different terrain, for different usability, different user types, which I go into detail in a few seconds. And these are the 3 boards that we have for winter 21 in the line.
Great.
So it's basically less models than we had, but more sizes, unisex, and more versatility within the boards. So
Okay.
want me to run you through?
Yeah, start
Yeah.
with this one maybe, because it
Yeah.
looks pretty interesting.
This is pretty much the funniest board. It's the power wrench. So as you can see with the big swallowtail, it's a really fun surfy type of board. So for that really backcountry rider that's not too high, not too alpine, but more tree runs and finding like sweet spots, not too high elevation. It's a full flat top. So that's really gives you stability, and also a lot of with the early rise here in the rocker. It's a bit stiff, definitely, but really easy to turn, and we offer it already in 141. It's the smallest size we have.
Okay, and the biggest size you have?
The biggest size is 158 with this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and then we have the going straight from the playfulness, the funny part, to the serious part.
Okay.
This is our big mountain gun. It's the straight shutter. This is really an interesting board. Also, like you see here now as a non-split, because we don't have it with us. It's being really well perceived. You have setback directional camber, and you have a really wide taper. So it's like 25 millimeter. Yeah. This gives you really edge control here, but a really playfulness in the top for your pivot foot. And this is something where you really go and want to go steep. And have some serious turns. Also, for going uphill, this is probably the most stable in the tracks also.
Okay, good.
Then, last but not least, we have the Hometown Hero. So this model, also as a non-split board, we had already in the line last year. It's a bit of a strategy. We're going to have more carryovers. So not to have different names, different board shapes every season in the Family 2 line. So that's the consistency. And we now just dropping this in stores as a holiday drop.
Okay.
So it's already coming in stores as a Hometown Hero split. And this is the X version. So that one is the lightest version. With this board, you have a really versatile all-mountain board. Probably the funniest, most versatile board in the range. If you want to start with splitboarding, you go with this one. And that's really for going uphill with 3.3 kilograms you measured.
Yeah.
The lightest board we have in our range. Yeah. And this has 12 millimeter taper. So it's less playful, but more stable for stable rides, and a much smaller radius than the other one I showed you.
My next question is about why should I take a Burton splitboard and not a different brand?
Yeah, really, it's a good question. I mean, first of all, our boards are all made from FSC free wood. So it's, Danny Davis, for example, one of our ambassadors in the backcountry, helps us a lot on developing the boards. Yeah, and first of all, we're still a family-owned snowboard company. We're probably one of the best brands for beginners, for sure, to get with an easy board, a safe setup.
What about sustainability, for example? You just mentioned a little bit, but if you want to rank it from 1, which is no sustainability at all, up to 10, which is pure sustainability, where would you rank it?
We make sure that all our labor conditions fulfill all the standards worldwide, and also we have a less carbon footprint. So like in Keil, Nuttendorf, where these are produced, so they're all produced in Austria, we really use all the leftover wood to heat the facilities.
Okay.
That's something a lot of other brands do as well. And then we really make sure that everything that we don't use gets used for something else. So these boards, or the whole company, is, I would say, from, if you consider 1 to 10, we're really at 8, I would guess. We're
Okay.
B Corp now, you have to check that out. It's also something where Patagonia picture, and we are in to really make sure that we're not just profit optimizing, but we're also reducing the carbon footprint that we have in everything that we do. So the packaging is all in paper, no plastic.
Oh yeah, we know about the customer service of Burton already, but if your customer have a problem with the split board, which can happen due to production reasons, how do you deal with it? You have a team that does it, or?
Yeah, the best way is always to go through your dealers.
Okay.
They have a direct link to our warranty that sits in Innsbruck. So everything that's basically due to product issues, we replace. So there's a 3-year warranty on base plates and stuff like this. It's actually a lifetime warranty on base plates. So if you have issues, you have always somebody to contact, and we try to help you as best as possible. So replacing it is the last option. Fixing it would be the first option, also in terms of sustainability. And then of course you have spare parts at all our dealers where you are to replace if you have something quick to fix.
Okay, then about your production or development process. How do you develop your boards? Like getting feedback from whom, or how do you just do it? Or you just cut the board in half and you try what is going to happen?
We get and obtain a lot of rider feedback through our own team riders globally, or through rider sessions like at Jake and Donna's house. Since a few years we also consider consumer feedback, consumer insights, and having smaller sizes, extended sizing. I might add that all the smaller sizes use the glassing for women, so it's a bit of different fiberglass structure we use, so it's more lighter, more soft. That's in the lower length. So that's also been based on the feedback from the women's.
Yeah, great. What can I expect from Burton Splitboard in kind of durability? Can I talk about maybe 80,000 altimeters, 5 years if I don't hit a rock, or what expectations do you have? Do you have many kind of, maybe service questions, or what's the durability? Because the more durable, the more sustainable as well.
Yeah, of course.
Let me put a concrete example, because if not, we are talking so much.
Yeah.
So I start splitboarding. I'm able to go around 7 to 10 times a year. I go like in smooth terrain, and I go when there is enough snow, when the base is already there, so the probability that I hit a rock is pretty low. What can I expect? Is it 3 years and then it's getting soft, or is it 5 years and the flex still keeps in shape and everything's fine, or what do you think?
From the flex, good point, all our board have infinite ride. What that means is that we really take them to the factory and we pre-break them.
Okay.
So that keeps the pop, that might answer then the question, that keeps the pop for a long time. So these are all our boards that you see here, use infinite ride.
Okay.
So it's a machine where we really we twist it this way, twist it up again,
Yeah.
and we do that with everything. So that you have really this type of flex from day one to your very last day of riding it.
Okay.
So it's you can ride it for decades. Yeah. The
Okay.
infinite ride is definitely
Great.
something that not all brands use, and that's something that's unique to Burton, and it helps to keep the pop of the board.
Okay, this sounds pretty good. And what do you recommend, being Burton? Where should your customers buy the boards? In the shops or online?
So first of all, I would always recommend, if you're new to the sport, go and test it through a splitboard festival, Split and Relax, what you guys do. Really get the whole package, you know?
Yeah.
Meet some peers, never go alone, do the avalanche course with it. And
Yeah.
then also at these events, you always have the opportunity to test between various products. This is what I would recommend if you have the time and if you're really serious. And then if you really do that, you get hooked and stoked on it, then really go to your, depends on the region, go to your preferred dealer, to your preferred course shop that has a really wide variety. That's what I would prefer.
Yeah, man, thank you very much.